first moment where you realize that you're riding and the bike is upright and it's not wobbling, and you're like looking around, like you're looking for your parents, you're like, Dad, I'm doing it. And there is a freedom in that is really fun, where I can like come up with stuff and I know that we can do it. You know, I'm like, ooh, this is the idea, this is what I want done. And it's like, bada boom, bada bing, like, let's get it done. Even this retreat, like, oh my goodness, a retreat in South Africa, a country I've never even been to, like, there's no way I would have been able to pull this off on my own. Oh my goodness, like, what does it feel like to be managing 10 people? How did I get here? I don't know. Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time online life and business coach, as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, but it would not be possible for me to do all the things if I didn't have a team that I am super, super grateful for. I've talked about this in previous videos about how I found my team members and just how my business has grown and how I'm continuing to hire people and to bring them on. But I thought it'd be fun to talk about basically what it feels like to be managing a team of 10 plus now, which is like, I had to count it as I was like outlining this video. I was like, how many people? Because I remember when I first got started, I had 2 people working for me. It was 2 part-time virtual assistants, one who was a graphic designer and one who was kind of like an admin assistant. And so now it's 10 plus people who have their hands on something going on in my business. And this is super relevant to me because as I'm recording this, I'm batch recording a lot of videos ahead of my retreat in South Africa, which I'm really excited about. It's my first international retreat. I'm taking clients out there to not only teach them different business concepts, but we're gonna see the motherland together. And many of the people who do work on my team work remotely and they are based in South Africa. So I'm actually gonna be there for 2 weeks. The first week I'm gonna be in Johannesburg, meeting my team in person and, you know, connecting with them and thanking them for all the work that they've done over the last year, really supporting my business. And then the second week is in Cape Town, where my clients are flying out. And so I've just been thinking to myself, like, oh my goodness, like, what does it feel like to be managing 10 people? How did I get here? I don't know. But if you're like, how is she doing all this? What are some things to keep in mind? And just what is it like to have a team and to be managing all these people? You're in luck, because we're gonna talk about it right now. All right, so what is it like to be managing a team of 10? Man, I mean, on the positive note, it feels great to be supported. I will say, I feel like I was gonna say I feel like I'm my most creative self, but I don't know if that's accurate. I feel like I've always been creative, but I feel like now I can execute at the level of my creativity. In fact, there's a semi-famous quote by Ira Glass. I think he's a producer on NPR, and he has a quote. I'll find it and we can link it in the description, but it says something to the effect of, when you're first getting started, your work really disappoints you because you have amazing taste. Like, your taste is really good, but your skill level like isn't there to help you like match your taste. So your work is always frustrating because you're like, I was trying to accomplish this, but it fell short. You know, it was okay, but it wasn't at the level that I needed it at. But over time, as you get better, you will be able to operate at the level that your taste is, because your taste is like really good. And so I feel like that has been the case for me with a team. My taste has always been up here, right? I've always wanted videos of this quality, right? I've always wanted my promotions and my Instagram content, and like, I've always wanted my stuff to be like top notch, top tier. That's always been my taste. I've always like wanted that, right? But for a long time, I could only do what I could do. And I think my stuff has always been good, right? Even when I was doing my own graphic design, like I would, you know, stay up late at night and teach myself different things. So I think I've always executed at my highest level and I've always done my best. But it's exciting to work with the team because now I feel like my best is really getting better. Like, my best is truly the best it's ever been at this level, because I now have people who are really, really good at what they're doing, who are able to like intercept and connect with my creativity. And now we're really creating things. And I think just even the qualities of these videos is a great example of that. I mean, you can look at some of the videos that I did back in 2020, and those videos were not bad, right? Those were videos I shot myself. I stayed up, I was on YouTube trying to figure out which camera I need to use, and I learned, you know, lenses and taught myself photography and tried to, you know, get the lighting together. And, you know, I think they're really good, right, for what they were. And, you know, it was the best of my ability at that time. But now that I'm able to bring on a team, right, work with the videographer, work with the video editor, and do all of these things, the level of quality has just been elevated. And so now I'm really able to like exercise in my creativity. And so there is a freedom in that is really fun, where I can like come up with stuff and I know that we can do it. You know, I'm like, ooh, this is the idea, this is what I want done. And it's like, bada boom, bada bing, like let's get it done. Even this retreat, like, oh my goodness, a retreat in South Africa, a country I've never even been to, like there's no way I would have been able to pull this off on my own. So to be able to dream and to say like, wow, how amazing would it be if we had this retreat in South Africa? We should totally do this. And to have a team of people who are like, yeah, we could do this. And they start pulling strings and moving things around and now it's happening. I understand that there's like a privilege in that. There's a freedom in that I feel like a lot of people have not experienced, but I'm like, oh, if the world could experience this, which is why I'm so like, we got to get this business together, right? Because it also wouldn't be possible for me to do this if I did not have a profitable business, right? If I was not generating revenue in my business, if I didn't have great programs, if I didn't have great clients, if we weren't generating sales, that's a key component to be able to bring the team, to be able to afford them to operate at this level, which is really amazing. So if that's something that you're still struggling with, like, we really have to nail that down. If nailing your niche is an issue, I actually have a free challenge that's free for a limited time. Don't know how long we're gonna be doing this, but if you wanna sign up for the next challenge, you can click the link below or go to CourtneyLSanders.com/nail-your-niche to enroll. The next challenge is going to help you nail your niche. But if your niche is not the issue, but there's like other specific things that you need to work on in your business, you can actually click the link below in order to book a call with my enrollment team. They'll get on the phone with you, figure out what's going on in your business, and suggest various coaching programs that I have that might be a good fit for you. But yeah, if you want to experience this freedom, both in your business and in your personal life, I've mentioned that I have a nanny that supports me so I could be here, shooting these videos for you all. She's watching my daughter. I have a meal prep chef that comes once a week and helps prepare meals for the week so that, we're eating tasty, healthy food and I'm not like scrambling at 6 p.m. trying to get dinner on the table. Like that's already taken care of. I have a housekeeper, and I'm very unapologetic about these things because I think women need more support, and we've been kind of sold a lie kind of in our individualistic culture, at least here in the US, that says that women have to be responsible for everything. But I notice in other countries, I have a friend who is half Nigerian, her father's Nigerian, and she's got half siblings in Nigeria. And she's like, when I go over there, I'm amazed. Like everybody has like support staff. And when you have a baby, it's like, not only does your mom and your sisters and everybody like come to support you, but you have people cooking and cleaning, and it's just like, it's just the way it's done. Like, I mean, not to go off on a tangent, but even if you read in the Bible, like the Proverbs 31 woman, right? Like had maid servants and people helping and all of this stuff. So I think women need to get back to, I think this is not a new thing. My mom is like, this that new age thing. Like, y'all ain't cooking, y'all ain't cleaning. I'm like, mama, no. This is not new age. This is like old school, actually. This is the way it's always been done. We've just been told that like, oh no, in our modern times, you have to be the one responsible to do it. So I'm very passionate about women getting to experience this type of freedom and support, but I know it's not possible unless you have a profitable business, right? Even in the Bible, the Proverbs 31 woman was a businesswoman and she was really good at what she did. And so that's how she was able to afford that. So yeah, that's, I'd say like the good, as I think about it, and the creativity. I don't want to say the bad because it's not really bad, but like new responsibility, new level that I have to think about is like, oh my goodness, payroll, right? I feel like every entrepreneur, small business owner is like payroll, right? Payroll, I'm always not nervous about, but it's always like looming, for lack of a better word. Like every 2 weeks, I'm like, oh snap, I gotta make this payroll payment. And not just payroll, but just paying vendors and all this stuff, managing cash flow. Now that is a big thing, managing cash flow. I feel like not enough people are talking about that. As a solo entrepreneur, it's all this like, oh, you have money coming in, right? Okay, great. And you have expenses that you need to pay, right? Sure. But they all don't, it's not always like this even thing where it's like, okay, the sales you made, like the money comes in that day. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. Or, you might have clients on payment plans and different things. So sometimes you find yourself in a bit of a squeeze where it's like, ooh, the payment plans don't get in for like 2 weeks, but like payroll is due today. How are we gonna manage this? Like, and so you're kind of playing Tetris where it's like, are we pulling cash out of our reserves? Are we gonna put this on like credit card, business credit card? We're gonna pull a line of credit, like, so this is something that I've never had to think of before, but now that I'm managing a team, it's something that I think about freaking all the time. Cash flow and like moving things around and paying people when, which by the way, just as a random side note, I was thinking this to myself in the shower. I was like, I finally understand why big companies do net 30, net 60, net 90. Now, as a vendor, it used to annoy me. I'd be like, oh, I do work for you. You should pay me right now, right? Like, what you mean I gotta wait 30 days or I have to wait 60 days in order to get paid? But now I totally understand it, because huge companies, they probably have like hundreds of vendors that are requesting, oh, you need to pay us $100,000 for this, or pay us $1,000 for that, or whatever. They probably have all these bills coming to them all the time. And if they're just paying things as it comes in, it's like a cash flow problem, right? So I'm like, the wisdom. Now I understand the net 30, because it's like, okay, if we have net 30, then you can say like, basically all bills that come into at this time, or all vendor payments that come in at this time, we will pay them at the end of the month at this date. And so I'm trying to figure that out. I'm working out with my accountant. We'll work on how to get that together. But I'd say that's the big thing that I think about a lot, is like payroll, cash flow management. So me specifically, I think this is unique. I work with an international team. You also have to take into account like cultural things, right? Just because the people that you work with, even if they speak English, doesn't mean that like the cultural stuff is the same. And this is really funny. This happened with my assistant. Hopefully she won't mind me sharing the story, but like we can all laugh about it now. So as I mentioned, I have a team. A lot of them are based in South Africa, and we're getting this retreat together. And so there's a lot of different people that are like handling different parts of it. Some people are handling the accommodations and the flights and all of that. Other people are handling like the activities. Some people are handling like my flights in particular, because I'm coming out a week ahead of my clients. And so there's like 5 different people who are touching different elements of this retreat. And so my assistant was speaking with the head of the instructional design team that I use, that's based in South Africa, and she was sending this via email. She was basically asking for clarification on a few things, and she said something to the effect of, I know there's a lot of hands in the pot, so I just want to make sure that like everything is organized and that we're good to go. And so we didn't know. That was like, oops, faux pas. In South Africa, hands in the pot means you're kind of accusing someone of stealing. We literally had no idea. In the US, hands in the pot is basically the same thing as saying like there's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Like all it means is that there's a lot of hands touching something, and that the risk is high that something could get messed up. And so we're just trying to like clarify and get it together. And so the head of the instructional design team that I work with was like, what the heck? Like, are y'all accusing us of like stealing or like skimming money off the top from all this stuff? And so it was like this big like, oh no. So we kind of had to explain, and they were like, oh, and they know us. And so it was this like funny thing that we could laugh at. But I was like, oh wow, like people should really talk about that. When you work with people internationally, there's different customs, different cultural mores, even different like payments and different things. For instance, in the Philippines, it's customary where you pay a 13th month, meaning even though there's only 12 months in the year, and you pay your staff whatever every 2 weeks or whatever it is, in December it's actually like expected to pay an additional month as kind of like a bonus. But that there's a culture in the Philippines where it's kind of taboo to talk about money. Like they're not gonna ask you or be like, hey, where's my 13th month payment? So you kind of have to know that and build goodwill with your team, like not miss that 13-month payment. You better pay that 13th month, right? So again, you just have to like really study and make sure that you're up on all the different cultural things that could go behind the scenes when it comes with working with an international team. But for me, I've been super grateful. It's been really fun. If I kind of feel like pinch myself, I'm kind of waiting like, oh my goodness, like am I really doing it? I give you a perfect example. For me, what it feels like to be managing a team of 10 at this level in my business, I feel like I have been riding a bike, and I've been working for a long time getting off the training wheels, right? And so I feel like the training wheels have been off, but it's been like really, really wobbly. However, as of late, I feel like I'm actually riding. And it's like that first moment where you realize that you're riding and the bike is upright and it's not wobbling. And you're like looking around, like you're looking for your parents. You're like, Dad, I'm doing it. And you're kind of freaking out because you're like, am I really doing it? Oh my goodness, I'm really riding the bike. The bike isn't falling over. How is this happening? But you're not like fully confident in it yet, because this is like the first time that you're like actually doing it, but you can't believe that you're actually doing it. That's how I feel right now. That's how it feels to be managing a team of 10. So, I can't wait for more entrepreneurs to get to this level. Not even that I'm at like the highest level, right? There's entrepreneurs who are managing teams of like hundreds, but it's just really exciting to be getting to this level in my business. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you're probably gonna love my outsourcing cheat sheet. In fact, maybe you're just getting started and you can't afford to work with like a full team just yet, but you wanna start dabbling in outsourcing, you wanna start using different resources. This is my like full-fledged resource guide, all the resources that I've used as I've grown my business, totally free. You can get access to that by clicking the link below. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you can't wait for my next video, make sure that you are subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you can't wait for my next podcast or my next YouTube video, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.